So, in the first chapter, we have seen two models. At first, Belgium and Sri Lanka. In Belgium, the government was successful in providing equal sharing of power. So, it can be said that the people were at that particular point of time till present are living in peaceful condition. But in Sri Lanka, as the government favors majoritism, so you have seen that there was a civil war in the country. Now, on to the second part. I need to discuss about 3 or 4 topics. One is the horizontal and vertical division of power. One is importance of power sharing. Another is coalition government and the concept of interest groups. Okay. So, if you see the division of power in power sharing chapter, here you will see that in a federal country, we are having, as India is also a federal country, we are having both the division of power. Number one, like you see that horizontal and vertical division. And horizontal is what? Horizontal means side by side. And vertical means what? One after another in hierarchies. Okay. And here you will see that in horizontal power sharing, as you have seen in the first part too, that there are 3 departments in the government. One is legislative, one is executive, and judiciary. And what are the functions of these organs? Here, legislative is what? It is the parliamentary body which is making law. Executive is what? It is the bureaucrats who are executing the laws. Okay, who are having the duties to take over the control of such laws. And on judiciary, judiciary is what? It is just the guardian of the constitution. It is the it secures the laws which are being made in the country. And here, if you see that in vertical division of power, there are 3 kinds of government. In India also we are having 3 kinds of government: union, state, and local. Union is what? Is the central government. State is the state government, and local is the government like we are having in our local bodies like panchayat or municipal corporation. In union government, you will see that the government is having some powers like as you have seen in the union list, the powers regarding military, communication, the powers regarding the financial systems. In state government, in state you will see that the powers regarding revenues, the powers regarding irrigation, agriculture, all these are under the control of state government. And local government means our local issues. Okay, our small day-to-day issues are being controlled by local government. But the local government has its importance because local government is the connector between an individual of a country to the government. Is it clear? So, in first point, what you see, that power is shared among different organs of government such as legislative, executive, and judiciary. So, in horizontal division, we are having 3 organs of government: legislative, executive, and judiciary, which are being placed side by side and which are equally important for the country. And in the vertical division of power, what we have seen, that power is shared among government at different levels like union, state, and local government, one after another in a hierarchy pattern. Now, second point. Different organs of government exercise different powers is the concept of separation of power. And what do you think? That legislative, executive, judiciary, they all are having same set of functions? No. They all are having different set of functions. They all are with different set of powers and they are taking care of the pillars of democracy which is best. Is it clear? And constitution, on the second part of vertical division, what we have seen, the constitution clearly lays down the power of the different levels of government. And here they are having different powers. And remember, like when you talk about national, state, and local government, few powers they shared commonly. Okay, we call it the concurrent list. The powers in the concurrent list. Okay, and what are these powers? The powers regarding marriage, the powers regarding education. Like as for example, we are having what? We are having the state board, West Bengal Board of Education, and against the central board, CBS, right? So here you have to remember that it is a complete separation of power. One department of the government will never interfere in other. And here you will see that here they are having some special set of power in each government, as you have seen in the first point. On to the third, when we come, here you will see the check and balance system is there. Check and balance means what? It is very important that legislative, executive and judiciary, they will never interfere in each other department. Okay? But if one becomes out of control or one becomes corrupted, then the other will check. So it's a check and balance system. So that this system is very important. Why? Because so that one organ doesn't become enormous powerful. Is it clear? And here you will see that in the point has been written that it specifies the system of check and balances to check unlimited powers of different organs. So here we are having unlimited powers of different organs, right? But none of the organ is, can overcross each other or can become or can take the control of the power of the country. So we are having what? Check and balance system in this horizontal division of power. So again, if we talk about the third point of vertical division of power, it has been said that there is no such kind of check and balance system. But yes, the powers are being clearly divided among the higher and lower level. In India, if we talk about the central government has few more power than the state government, and but it doesn't mean that the state government doesn't have its independence. It is having. But you have to remember that in India, central government is subdued with the duty of taking control of the entire country. But state government has its limited power in its own boundary. Is it clear? So this is about the difference between the horizontal and vertical division of power. Remember, horizontal is being symbolized with this arrow and vertical means from top to low. So this is very important. And on to the next, we are with the importance of power sharing and why this power sharing is important. Number one, it will bring better outcome. What do you think? That if each and every community and linguistic group in the country are having equal power, it will definitely be helpful for the democracy, or it will definitely be helpful for the government for swiftly running the constitution, right? So it always, when the sharing of power is divided equally among the governments or among the organs of government, it always brings better outcomes. And here, like it is what? It is a kind of specialization, right? Like one is making laws, another is distributing the concept of laws, another is taking the control of laws. These all are having what? Separate sets of functions. So all this what? It is a kind of specialization. So specialization definitely bring what? Better outcomes. Now here you will see that it reduces possibility of conflict between social groups. Now, as you have seen in Sri Lankan model, that Sinhala is a kind of majoritarian government over Tamilians, right? So it brings a civil war. Now, if there is no kind of ideological differences between any social group, because the government setup is perfectly running well with equal distribution of power, then what is happening? There is no possibility of conflict among any social groups, right? So we have seen, right, students, like in India, in the time of 90s, after like 1970s or 80s, you have seen that there are riots, like we are having Gujarat riot, okay? So we have seen that how the concept of caste and religion can be harmful for the society. So we always have to ignore, and we have to be, take the idea of a greater concept, the concept of being Indian, not we should not be limitized our thought or being a kind of a part of a small social group. We are the part of a nationalized country, right? So we have to be think at first for unity, at first for the safety of the country. Okay, so this is very important. And number third, it rescues from political instability. Yes, what we have seen in Sri Lanka, that when Sinhalas become dominant over Tamilian people have formed their separate party, right? And they have tried to revolt, they have tried to overthrow the government. So this is very important, that political stability. If you are having many social groups, so you have to come with multiple parties. In India as well, it's a country of multiple parties, right? So we are having what? Political stability, because each and every political party represents a social group, the demand of the need of the social groups. So India is very successful, right? So people have rights on how they should be governed, and what? People, as we know that RTI is there, right? Nowadays we are very familiar with the word RTI, right to information. So what do you think, that if you are a part of the country where you are choosing your government, you are having the right to take any information about the functions of the government? So if the powers are being shared properly, like in India, it's a sovereign country, right? So here the people are choosing the government, so people are also powerful here. Okay, the citizens of India are also powerful here. So people have the right that how they should be governed, what the government is doing for them. Number 3, citizens through participation can have a stake in the government, and it is what? If you are having the kind of apparatus in the state where the citizen is having a equal power, like to ask from the government or to question government, so what, the country can be saved from any sort of corruption. So here you see that citizens through participation can acquire a stake in the government. So citizen is not out of government, citizen is nothing out of state. Citizens are very much a part of the government. Is it clear? So these are the importance of power sharing. So this chapter is very important, students, because we are living in democratic country and this is a time of democracy, right? Though we have seen that in few countries like North Korea or in few Middle East countries like Saudi Arabia, there are dictators or kings or princes, whatever it is. But we have seen that the country's people are really happy in those set of land where we are having the democratic set of government, right? Now, we are coming with the new concept here in this chapter, coalition government. Coalition means what? Suppose there are multiple parties in a country and it is becoming difficult for each and every party to form the government. Then what is happening? Then the small political parties collide together, join hands with each other, and they contest election. And when they come up with their alliances by winning the elections, it is known as what? Coalition government. So when 2 or more political parties form an alliance to contest elections, if their alliance is elected, they form a coalition government and share powers. And when they come to the government, they share power, right? So here it is very important that contenders are what? They are the political parties. So each and every political parties have different set of ideologies in India. So if you see that when you are forming a coalition government or Gathbandhan, joining together the alliance, then you have to forget your ideologies at first, number 1. Number 2, you have to focus on the aims and objectives of the planning of the government, what the government has set up before the election, what the government has promised to the people before the election, right? So coalition government is what? It's an alliance of different political parties to form government and to give focus on the aims and objectives of the policies of government rather than their ideologies, right? Now, the last point of the chapter, that is the interest groups. Interest groups are nothing but they are the people like the businessmen, farmers or traders or anything else, what you say, you can talk about the industrial workers, the industrialist class. So like what? They are having influences in decision making power of the government. And how they are bringing the influences? By forming committees. If you take the example, interest group, like we are having, I don't know you have learned or not, that Narmada Bachao Andolan, right? Narmada Bachao Andolan is what? It's a kind of movement which have been taken place in Narmada River, right? For the construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam. So here the villagers are being removed from their original land, right? And they have not been given by the government the place to live or their livelihood. They have not been secure. The government have not secured their livelihood. So now they raised to the revolt against the government by forming a group. This kind of group, which is not registered under the government like political parties, but having some sect, some duties, some set of goals to perform, is known as interest group. So what is interest group? Interest groups being influences in decision making by forming committees. So it's again a margin for a common cause, for a common goal, like NBA, Narmada Bachao Andolan, and the examples are farmers, traders, businessmen, etc. This is all about the chapter power sharing. If you are having any doubt, you can comment on the comment box. Thank you.